We've done videos on the Lathe Automatic Tool Probe before, where we compare setting your tool offsets using ATP versus doing it manually. And the short version of that story is that ATP speeds up setting your tool offsets, does it more accurately, and also allows for automatic offset updates in addition to broken tool detection. Since we've already done full comparisons between both methods, in this video, we'll just quickly run through setting a few tools using ATP so you can get an idea of how the system functions. We find that ATP typically allows us to set offsets 2 to 4 times faster than manual. But in a few minutes, you'll be able to judge for yourself whether ATP will offer a beneficial time savings on your lathe. We're going to set the offsets on 3 tools: this OD turning tool, this insert drill, and this ID boring bar. We get to the VPS probing templates by pressing Edit, and then going to VPS, and then down to Probing, then to Tool Offsets, Turning Tools, and I'm going to start off with manual mode since I just loaded these tools in the turret and I'm setting their offsets for the first time. If I'd already probed these tools, then I could go straight to automatic or brake detect modes and do this even quicker. Now I'm going to enter manual mode. And I need to have the tool I'm probing in the active position. I'm starting with tool number 1 and it's already in position. Now I can extend the probe arm by pressing F2. Next, I'll arrow down to the offset number field and set that to 1. This will typically match the tool number. Next, I'll set my tip direction to 3 to match the tool orientation. Now I'll jog the insert near the probe tip as shown on screen. To jog, I don't need to leave the VPS template screen. I just push the letter of the axis I want to jog and then press Handle Jog. I'll bring the insert in diagonally to within 1/4 inch of each probe face. The next line just reminds me of the tip direction I've chosen, as well as the sequence in which the tool will touch off on the probe. The last 2 entries display the current X and Z offset values and will update after I run the probe cycle. Here in the upper right corner, we can see the options for running the cycle. I could generate the code and save it to MDI or a program, but I'm just going to press Cycle Start to run it directly in MDI. There we go. The offset values are updated. Let's move on to our next tool. Now, I'll jog the tool back, still working from the VPS templates. Now I have the clearance to rotate the turret. Now I need to go to MDI mode to rotate the turret to tool 3. Then I press Edit again, and we're back to the VPS template. Here, I'll set the tip direction to 7, since this drill only needs to touch off in the Z direction. Again, I'll jog the tool within 1/4 inch of the probe tip. I'm centered up. And again, the next field shows me that we'll take 1 probe hit along the Z-axis. We're ready, so I'll hit Cycle Start again, and the drill touches off. Now that single touch off only set our Z-axis offset, of course. To set the X-axis center position for this drill, we'll go to the Offsets page and press F3 to set it to the BOT center line. Even though this is a BMT holder, these positions are typically the same unless you have custom tooling. This number can also be set from the User Positions tab on the Settings page. All right, let's do our third tool. Again, we back Z-axis away to get clearance. Then we're going to index to tool 11, which is our ID boring bar. And then back to the VPS template to select tip direction 2 and jog in close to the probe. Press cycle start and the tool touches off twice. So that's our 3 tools done. All in all, pretty easy and pretty quick. Now if I wasn't talking the whole time, it would take me about 4 minutes to set these 3 tool offsets. This is easily 2 to 3 times faster than setting these 3 tools manually, where I'd have to cut an X diameter and measure it, cut the Z face, then touch off my drill on the Z face, then drill a hole so I have an ID bore to cut with my boring bar so I can measure that internal diameter with an ID mic or a bore gauge. There are lots of steps to that process and lots of manual intervention where error can be introduced. And consider setting offsets for really small ID tools, like this small ID threading tool and ID bore. It's nearly impossible to do it with a shim or paper. And if I close the door and turn on the spindle to try and touch off as the spindle rotates, it's very difficult to see, and it's all by feel. There's a good chance I can break the tool. ATP is absolutely indispensable here. Now let's take a quick look at automatic operation. Commonly, I'll use this when I want to update my tool offset automatically from within my program, or when I'm changing inserts on a tool I've already set. Let's say this tool 1 insert just wore out and I just changed it. Now I'll select automatic. I can quickly check that all the entries are the same as when the tool was manually probed. Since the control already knows where this tool is, I don't need to reset anything, as long as I haven't moved the tool holder since I last probed it. I just press cycle start and the probe arm comes down automatically. The tool touches off on the probe and the offsets update. And that's it. This tool is ready to go again. Now what if I've got a longer turning operation where I'm getting significant tool wear on every part? I can copy and paste this automatic offset check for tool number 1 into my program so that it updates the tool offset every time before the program runs this particular tool. This is where the ATP option can really save you some time. As long as you know you've got a linear wear rate on your insert, this allows your turning operation to continue part to part without having to stop periodically to make in-process checks of your part diameters and then make offset adjustments to compensate. That's all handled automatically. Now let's take it one step further. Let's say I want automatic updates to my tool offset, but I also want to set a limit for how much wear is acceptable on my insert. That's break detect mode. This works just like automatic mode, except I can set this wear tolerance field to reflect how much wear the insert can accumulate before it stops cutting correctly. This will allow me to control when the insert is considered worn out, and of course, will also save this operation if the insert has a catastrophic failure. So that's how the automatic tool probe option works. It makes setting your offsets easier, quicker, and more accurate. And as soon as you use automatic and break detect modes, you'll realize just how essential ATP is on your lathe. These will give you peace of mind when running with robots, part loaders, or bar feeders, or any regular long-run job. The next time you visit HaasCNC.com, the ATP option is just a click away on the Build and Price page. Thanks for watching.